This is a poem I've always liked. I remember it was on the Leaving Cert English course many, many moons ago. A poem by Dylan Thomas called Fern Hill. And as the years have gone by, sometimes what you learn in your youth, loses meaning for you. This is one that hasn't lost meaning for me. In fact, the more I've revisited over the years, it seems to me that it has a lot to say. And what is interesting about it in my mind is the way he deals with the passage of time. He doesn't take the sort of conventional linear approach of past and present. He seems to conflate the two, and treats his experience, obviously reminiscences of childhood, as a constantly recreated phenomenon, if I could describe it as that, if that's not too big and too fancy a phrase. But that's what I like about it. There's a sort of a sense of constant creation going on that comes through in the poem. So without further ado, let me try to read this as best I can. Now, as I was young and easy under the apple boughs, about the lilting house, and happy as the grass was green, the night above the dingle starry, time let me hail and climb, golden in the heydays of his eyes. And honoured among wagons, I was prince of the apple towns, and once below a time I lordly had the trees and leaves, trail with daisies and barley, down the rivers of the windfall light. And as I was green and carefree, famous among the barns about the happy yard, and singing as the farm was home, in the sun that was young once only, time let me play and be, golden in the mercy of his means. And green and golden, I was huntsman and herdsman. The calves sang to my horn. The foxes on the hills barked clear and cold, and the Sabbath rang slowly in the pebbles of the holy streams. All the sun long it was running. It was lovely. The hay fields high as the house, the tunes from the chimneys. It was air and playing, lovely and watery, and fire green as grass. And nightly under the simple stars, as I rode to sleep, the owls were bearing the farm away. All the moon long I heard, blessed among stables, the nightjars, flying with the ricks and the horses flashing into the dark. And then to awake, and the farm, like a wanderer white with the dew, come back, the cock on his shoulder. It was all shining, it was Adam and maiden. The sky gathered again, and the sun grew round that very day. And so it must have been after the birth of the first simple light. In the first spinning place, the spellbound horses walking warm out of the whinnying green stable onto the fields of praise. And honoured among foxes and pheasants by the gay house, under the new-made clouds, and happy as the heart was long, in the sun born over and over, I ran my heedless ways. My wishes raced through the house high hay, and nothing I cared at my sky blue trades that time allows, in all his tuneful turning, so few and such morning songs, before the children, green and golden, follow him out of grace. Nothing I cared in the lamb-white days, that time would take me up to the swallow-throng loft by the shadow of my hand. In the moon that is always rising, nor that riding to sleep I should hear him fly with the high fields, and wake to the farm forever fled from the childless land. Oh, as I was young and easy in the mercy of his means, time held me green and golden, though I sang in my chains like the sea. There you are. There's a sense of time past and yet time being permanently recreated. As time exists in our recollections. So there you are now.